Zinfogel, what is happening? The streets need the content. Why are you taking so long uploading silly little videos about a gacha game? So, I was in the middle of recording the special costume banners. I am just done with Costume Lily. And I went on this tangent explaining why the datamine videos are taking me much longer to make than they used to. Like last year, the datamine discussions took me a week tops, and the whole point of a datamine video is that you want that information early so you can make informed decisions on who to skip and who to save for. So I thought it was a good idea to separate that part of the video and make it its own upload. Sort of as a channel update and to catch people up to speed on what is going on. Nothing nefarious happened. The summary is that I am a busy boy and I can mostly record on the weekends, but there are several factors at play that affect the pace at which I can produce these videos. First off, I work full-time and I got other things going on in my life. And I don't monetize my content. It's a personal decision. I just don't think it's ethical to make money out of my hobbies when I have a decently paying job. So while I have fun doing this, it's not a priority in my life per se. And the consequence is that I get this barrage of comments requesting the discussion videos. And it's not like I am doing anything crazy. The editing itself is very simple. It's just a narration overlaid the Singri, the helper side, or Pomatools, or whatever. So what's the deal? What does it take to make the discussion videos? These videos used to be much more improvised. I did my preparations. I analyzed the kit beforehand and I prepared the grids accordingly. And then I jumped right into the Singri helper side and analyzed the kit. But the issue is that the narration was of average quality. I did big mistakes sometimes. Surprise, I am human and make mistakes. But the problem is that I was spreading misinformation, and to me that was unacceptable because it's not representative for the quality of content that I want to set forth. Most notably, I recall saying that piercing blows used to bypass a critical shield. That happened on the N datamine, and also the infamous Marnie incident. So in order to alleviate this issue, I started writing a script for my videos. I just did the exact same thing I did when improvising the narration. I jumped on the SyncGrid helper side and analyzed the kit as I saw it. But I started writing down my narration, so that allowed me to look over my narration and catch mistakes, do some fine-tuning, but I still based parts of my narration on misconceptions. And it was right around anniversary 2021 where I started getting more serious about the narration for these videos. So what I started doing is sending my script over to some friends for revisions. Most notably, Rion and Ropalme, who almost always help me out with the script, for which I am infinitely thankful for. And they are very knowledgeable players, perhaps better players than I am. And what they do is they catch my mistakes and they also incorporate extra details I may not have spotted at first glance. So, while the opinions are still largely my own, it resulted in a much more robust script that is more accurate and yields better information. But the deal is that I have to first analyze the kit myself, build the script, fine-tune it, send it over for revisions, then incorporate the revisions, and then I can start recording. And this is a process, and processes take time. So this whole revision shtick adds a week of development time or some such. This is all fine and dandy, but come on, this is a standard procedure for content creators. I am not reinventing the wheel here. The real aggravating factor that affected my scheduling was anniversary 2021. I had a bit of an incident then. So, regular viewers will know that I used to upload videos on a daily basis. I tried my best to upload content at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time sharp, every single day. It kept me engaged, it challenged me to think up new ideas for videos, but as you'll remember, I mentioned that I work full-time. So I still had very little free time to record and whatnot. So what I started doing is waking up earlier in the morning just to give me some extra time to figure out something to do. But I have an awful habit of waking up at reset time, and for me that's 1 a.m. So that's gobsmack right in the middle of my sleep cycle. But I can handle it, it's no biggie. But this got real bad on Anniversary 2021. Anniversary is an exciting time for the game. So with the release of all the Anniversary units, and Lily and Steven, I wanted to cover them thoroughly. But as you'll remember, DNA staggered the release of these sync pairs. So what ended up happening is that I woke up at 1 a.m., then did all my recording stuff, went to sleep at 4 a.m. or so, and this happening over the course of a week really took its toll on me, because remember that I also have to work, and in the middle of all this, there was also the release of Samacenta in Pokemon Go, and it's one of my favorite Pokemon, so I also took the liberty of joining a raiding group used to do remote raids, and I ended up doing like 50 raids or something like that, and I had to juggle all of this intertwined, so it was a time. And by the end of it, I developed migraines. It was a combination of the poor sleep schedule and the stress. So I went to a doctor to get some medication, and it was very mild and nothing big. But at the time, I told myself, okay, this shitty gacha game doesn't deserve my health. So I scaled things back. I adopted this long video format, which you are seeing to this day, where I focus on a subject, compile several clears, and upload all of that as its own single video. That gives me more time for coming up with ideas, and it gives me better quality control. But the result is that because I started taking longer with regular recordings on my regular free time, instead of breaking my sleep at 1 a.m., it pushed back the time that I used for recording the datamine videos. So that's the second factor. The third factor at play is that DNA started releasing grids for low-tier gachas, which means there is even more units to assess and discuss. And while I like doing it, it takes more time. Add onto the fact that I went on my holiday vacations last December. I don't want to give too many details about my personal life because it's not pertinent, but basically I go to my hometown every year, and it stalls all my content by 3 weeks. So if you've noticed, I started getting really behind on datamine discussions by December. Like, I uploaded the Holiday Leon discussion on the exact day the banner was leaving, and I've just been behind because of all these factors. Because I want to ensure the quality of the videos, I want to look after my health, and I am just a busy person. So that's about it. It's nothing crazy. I am trying my best, I swear, but I don't want to dedicate more time to this game than I already am, especially if it jeopardizes other aspects of my life. But well, I got some catching up to do with the April datamine, so I will leave it there. See you next time.